everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to get started on crocheting. Today we're going to learn how to hold our yarn and our hook, how to make a slip stitch, and how to chain. These are the 3 basic steps on getting started for crocheting. Now, you're only going to need 2 materials. You're going to need some yarn and a crochet hook. The yarn I'm using today is this acrylic yarn from Big Twist, RIP Joann's. It is a weight 4 yarn. Here I have a 5mm hook that I'm going to be using with this yarn. You can use any yarn, but I would recommend using a medium weight yarn, something like this thickness. So we have our materials, we have some yarn, have a hook. Let's get started on the slip knot. Now, I have pulled out from the center, I have pulled out some yarn. This is a decent amount of yarn I pulled out. And I pulled out a decent amount because I don't want to keep having to tug and tug while I'm working on my project, okay? So the first step, making a slip knot. What I do is I'm going to take maybe the length of my hand, a little bit longer than my hand. So this is about yay big, okay? I'm going to put 2 fingers out and create an X, okay? So I went across, under, and then I made an X, okay? This is my X. Now I have this tail back here. What I'm going to do is open up those 2 fingers, okay? I have the tail behind me. I'm going to go through and grab that tail, okay? We're not going to pull it all the way through like this. No. You're just going to pull enough to where you can take your fingers out and you can tug, you can grab these 2. You can grab the tail and the rest of the yarn, and you're going to stick your finger in this top loop and just pull. This is a slip knot. Now, we're going to take our crochet hook, slip it into the slip knot, and we're going to pull these 2 pieces, not too tight, just until it's about the size of the hook, but not too tight. So it's still a little loose. You can see there's some space there. The next thing we're going to talk about is how are we going to hold this? We're going to start by taking our index finger out. We call this end the tail. We call this the working yarn because it's attached to our yarn ball. I'm going to take my index finger and wrap the working yarn around, just like that. And then I can kind of use my pinky and the other finger to kind of hold it here, okay? I'm going to take these 2 fingers, my middle and my thumb, and hold the tail end. Okay, so it's weird, okay? Again, wrap the working yarn around my finger, my index finger, hold it with these 2 fingers at the end with the pinky, and then hold the tail end with my thumb and my middle. Now, I have my hook. I'm holding it with my index and my thumb. I'm holding it right here where there's a little flat part. What we're going to do is we're going to do something called a yarn over. We're going to go under this yarn and kind of twist, right? You see how I'm going under and kind of twisting so the hook is facing me? And when you pull down, it grabs your working yarn. One mistake I see often is people go like this. That's not going to help you. Go under and kind of turn the hook towards you so it grabs it, okay? Once you grab it, you're just going to pull this loop right here, this string, this yarn, through this stitch, this slip knot. That is your first chain. Now all you have to do is repeat this over and over to get as long of a chain as you want, okay? You're gonna go under, kind of turn the hook towards you and pull through. Again, under, turn, pull through. Another thing to note is that as I'm doing this, I'm kind of releasing a little bit of yarn from here, okay? So I pull through, I need more yarn, I release a little bit. I'm holding on to my tail right here. I can move my finger up to get closer, some more control, and I can keep doing this, okay? I feel like I need to move my fingers up. I'm gonna move them up. Still having that tension on my index and creating a chain. Here we have a chain. This is how you're gonna start most of your crochet project. Good luck crocheting and have a great day.